Okay, I was taking a bunch of pictures, but came across this in old Pueblo village. It's just easier to take a video of it as we go through. Some of them have been, looks like they redid that one over there, but the rest of them, like that one right there, is in ruins. There was another one up over that direction that had just like one thing of stones left. But this is still in the park. It's on the other side of I-40 after you go through like the painted part with all the rocks and stuff. So then we have Roosevelt's Tree Army, the CCC, whatever that is. There's a description. The projects done at the Petrified Forest. Parts of the park roads, development of water sites, telephone lines, wildlife reservoirs, masonry buildings, rehabilitation of the painted desert, the painted Puerco River Bridge. Did go over the river. There unfortunately was no water in it. Went over the Santa Fe Railroad too to get over onto this side. So this is what some of what they would have seen back in long ago. A lot of big boulders. It's very quiet out here, that's for sure. And back then would have been more so because you wouldn't have trucks and cars going by on the road. So let's wander over to this other side. And see what we have. I don't remember this part of the desert. You know how when you're a kid, your memory kind of isn't completely there all the time anyway, let alone remember every detailed camping trip that your parents took you on. So then we have this. Looks like there might be some petroglyphs around too. They're showing one of a white-faced ibis. Gives you a description of what the concentration of mineral clay and organic material. And showing you on the rocks. Oh, see, there we are. In the dark spots, they have petroglyphs. And one of them is this dude here. So you can see him over there, way over there, there. And then there's what looks like a smiley face, maybe the sun. So yeah, there's several petroglyphs down in the rocks. Well, that's cool. There's more down on that one as well. Well, that's a bonus. And so you can see them, some of the glyphs up here. And it's asking you, what do you think these symbols might represent? You can see one that looks like maybe water drops, a frog. It just depends on your imagination and what you might see in those petroglyphs and what the ancient ones were trying to, what kind of messages they were trying to leave. That's why it's so important to catalog history. Oh, it looks like there might be some here too. There's some over on that rock. Oh, and there's that symbol. It's over there on the rock. So it means it's a migration symbol. Well, that's kind of cool. Let's see if we can zoom back in. Whispers from the past. So they're talking about the petroglyphs and images and scratched or designed, pecked or carved or incised on the surface of these rocks. So there's a Kachina panel. Let's see where that is. They show, well, maybe that's what that one was. Instead of a smiley face, it might have been a Kachina. I don't see it right here. Oh, there we go. There they are. See, you just got to look around. So you get one of the faces there, and then the other one is over there. So how awesome is that? And then we come up here, looks like to the resurrected, because of course, you know, back then they didn't have glass doors. But I guess it's the thought that counts. Let's see what it looks like. But like I said, indigenous people did not have glass doors. But this is what the inside, minus all the fancy stuff in here. And they didn't make walls like that either. But I love the wooden beams. So here it talks about life in the Petrified Forest. The archaeological record. Archaic Pueblo 1. Oh, it goes all the way back to Paleo-Indian, archaic basket master or maker. Pueblo 1, 2, 3, 4, historic. Very interesting stuff. There was a kiva at the very beginning. Maybe I'll keep on the video so you guys can see what's left of it. And that's the timeline. Paleo-Indian, up to archaic, the basket maker, Pueblos 2 and 3, Pueblo 1 and 4 up on the top. And then let's see what we have over here. Where they did some excavation back in 1949, the 1950s, And uh-oh, looks like a skull. Or a pot or something. Oh, maybe it's a pot. And then we have this that shows the excavation and the different land fills, blown sand, sediment. A lot of ceramics were found here when they excavated. And here it looks like we have projectile points. From the different time frames. We all call them arrowheads, but and here's this. I definitely don't remember. This building looks too new to have been here when I was a kid, so it probably wasn't here back then. So the building actually has been here since the 1930s. It looks a lot different now. It looks more like this now, or this. And they did build some restrooms up the way that weren't here before. And then the transportation to tourism. Good old Route 66. Okay. So then let's go back out here. Yes, these doors, those Indians made them good, didn't they? All that nice glass. No. So let's walk up here. Oh, this looks like the backside of the one that I started filming at. It's bigger than what it looked like. So this is so it means different things to different people. This is what it originally looked like when back in the day. It's still, I woke up to frost all over the ground this morning, so there's still some residue out here. But here's the rest of that part of the village that was here, and the walls that are still standing. And then when we go back this direction, because right at the very beginning when I came in, there was a kiva. See, Should be over here somewhere. And I'm sure a lot of these mounds like this have things, was a home or something, but they're leaving a lot of it intact and not excavating everything. But when I started going this way, and one of the things they unearthed over here, see these rocks too, I would definitely say have what used to be homes underneath them. But the kiva I almost missed because of course it's in the ground. Oh, here it is. So this is where they would go and sit in for ceremony. And this is a little bit about life in the village. Some of the tools. But then the kiva from a different angle. So that is the tour of the other home is up there. Took pictures of it, but I didn't get it on video, so we'll get that. So it just kind of makes a loop all the way around the as they call it, the circle. So there's, you know, there's buildings somewhere at one point, and they've uncovered some of them, or what's left of them. So this was a pretty cool stop. And we're still, I think, only on mile 10, and it's a 28-mile loop. So we'll see what's next on the stop. Remember, walk in beauty, my friends.